Hello, hello, good people. So this is my petunia seed slash cutting germination update video. This is my bootleg, I don't know, garden station, but I'm just here to update the progress on my seeds and my cuttings, my petunia cuttings on July 31st. I did a couple of experiments and tried to kind of grow some new plants out of seeds and cuttings, grow some new petunias out of seeds and cuttings. So today is August 10th, so it's been 10 days, and this is my progress report. So we're going to start with this one. This is a petunia cutting that I just put in water, and I made this little, sorry, I'm stepping on wood chips. Made this little greenhouse, with this water bottle on top, and this is actually not looking bad. I don't know, I can't see. I don't think there are like roots or anything growing out of this yet. Don't know if there will be. It doesn't want to focus for me. There we go. So I don't see nothing growing out of here, but for some reason the cutting hasn't like died yet, and I think it might be growing a little longer, but we'll see what happens in a couple days. But that was my first one. Then the next one, I have a petunia cutting that I put in potting soil and compost. I sprinkled compost on top, and again I covered it up, tried to make this little greenhouse, but this thing is shot. Like, this didn't do nothing for nobody. It's brown, it's shriveled up, so I think that might have just be done. And then I did a petunia cutting in potting soil. I didn't put any compost on top, so this one again actually looks like it might be doing okay. I'm not gonna like pull it or disturb it. I may give it another week to see what happens, but it's still green, so that means something, right? And then I've got like this little seedling here, and I think that might be from a seed that maybe fell in, but I don't want to touch it, so we'll see what happens. It could be weeds, I don't know. I don't have a green thumb. This is all just me figuring it out as I go. Okay, next up was petunia seeds with potting soil and compost. Again, it's just compost on top with some potting soil, and then I sprinkled the seeds. I did cover it up with some plastic to create, keep the environment inside humid, but it don't look like it's doing much of nothing, so that experiment may have failed. Next up is petunia seeds that I sprinkled on top of potting soil. I did not put any compost in here, but as you can see, I've got some sprouts. I was really excited when I saw these. I saw them maybe 2 days ago, and I was just really excited. So something's working here. I actually got some sprouts from some petunia seeds. Again, I had this little thing covered up with plastic. I think I'm going to keep it covered up with plastic, but I might just poke some holes in it just to kind of let some air circulate through it. And then this one I did not film when I initially did the video, but I went on ahead and I mixed compost with soil and then sprinkled the petunia seeds on top. So it's compost and soil all mixed in, as opposed to compost being on top like this one, and this one, which, but I don't know. I was hoping that the compost on top would have done something, but clearly it ain't really doing anything. But anywho, so I have this lid. This was covering it up. I did kind of open it up every once in a while just to make sure they weren't suffocating in here. But again, I've got some little seedlings. I got some sprouts. You see the little babies? So I'm really excited about this one too. And again, I'm going to keep this covered, but I am just going to keep it open like this a little bit, just to kind of make sure there's some air in there. So the next little update that I was going to give was about this one. I was getting a little crazy with these petunia seeds. Like, I just felt like, you know, I didn't want all these petunia seeds to go to waste, even though I have like millions and millions. But this was a marigold plant that I over fertilized. Oops, I don't know if you can see these leaves. They look so like just splotchy and dingy, but it's surviving. I did cut it back a lot because it was just dead. I feel so bad because it was, you know, it was a really beautiful marigold in here, but I over fertilized. I got a little overzealous, and then after I researched, I was like, oh, marigolds don't really need that much fertilizer. Oops. So this one was kind of surviving, and then I got a little overzealous, and I was like, I'll just sprinkle a couple of petunia seeds on top over here. I don't want all this empty space to go to waste. But something's sprouting, so I don't know how I feel about these, because now I've got petunias and marigolds sharing the same pie, and this one was already struggling, so it's like, why stress it out? But I don't know, we shall see. So that is my update. Today is August 10th, 2022. It has been about 10 days, and this is my progress. So make sure you like and follow and turn on notifications so that you guys can get updates for my petunia progress. And yes, I finally went and got my toes and my nails done because they was looking kind of crusty. But don't judge me. Toodaloo!